It's Wednesday the 21st of April. It's a bit nippier this morning. Mind you, it's 6:30 by the way, so quite early. Might even get, feels like could be a little bit of rain in the air, possibly. I was just thinking about the course that I'm delivering at the moment. It's the free thinking course, and I was thinking about change. And initially, first of all, I thought that I was going to be delivering in a building I'm familiar with for the first couple of weeks, and then we were moving to another building for the rest of it. So that in itself was like, felt a little bit the unknown. What's it going to be like? That whole getting your head around the logistics of another building and all that means. But I was, if you like, reassured, but I felt a little bit, well, that's okay, because we've got the first couple of weeks to get things sorted, iron out any challenges. We'll have, a gentle induction down, da-di-da, and then literally about a few days after that, it was then decided actually the course was going to be delivered at the newer building that we're using, or newer building to the college. From the beginning straight away, so it was literally a case of, you could go down for a quick visit, but beyond that, we started Monday just gone. So I did have some, slight, so it's not reservations, just that whole piece about, gosh, how's this going to work? How's that going to work? Just even things like, where's your PowerPoint collecting the PowerPoint, as in for the power to the laptop. How does they have a screen rather than it being attached to the wall? All those sort of things. And the reality is, it's now Wednesday morning. So it's the third day of course for this week, and actually it's all panned out pretty well. The space and the grounds and the actual room itself is really lovely. If anything, I'm thinking, do you know what, this is a really good move, because you get used to it right from the beginning, and there's a lot more. There's way probably less people around than if you're at the other building. So yeah, that all feels great. And then also, I decided a couple of weeks ago, because of all the things to do with the internet and so on, this might be best to have to just push myself and get my head around the platform Teams, which I think I'd been resisting a little bit just because I was so comfortable with the other, Zoom. So I just went, you know what, man, just go to the training. And then we had quite a few teething problems with stuff that, just through Teams itself, I think we thought this could work or that could work, and then it didn't. I had a lot of support from another colleague, Angela, and actually at the moment, for what we need to use it for, it's working. I've got my head around the basics. The learners are navigating their way around just what they need to know, so where the conversations are and where the folders and handouts and worksheets are, fundamentally. And like anything, once you get to know it and you get your head around it, it doesn't seem quite so daunting. And so, yeah, that's what I was thinking about this morning. And I thought, am I somebody who would naturally choose change as a first choice. Probably not. I think once something works for me, I like a new platform like Zoom or Teams or whatever. Once I know how it works and I've got used to it, then I tend to get comfortable and familiar with it, and I do find then that I'm like, well, why would I want to change that now? But however, these changes that certainly the build side of it I wasn't in control of, and actually the changes I think really at the moment seems to have turned out, I think, for the better. So I just think, and somebody, one of the learners on the course as well, they were talking about change yesterday, and they said that they really, really resist change. They are very aware of that, and that they tend to have to wait for somebody else to suggest it, and even then they get a little bit nervous or anxious about it. But they're trying to push through that and work with that more. So I think change can be daunting. It can feel a little bit anxiety provoking sometimes. However, it's often a good thing, and I think you can find positives and the upside in change, certainly. And sometimes you actually got to create changes, force changes that could be on a small scale. As I've said previously, it could be really small, like just go a different route, walk down a different road to what you used to, go to a different shop to what you normally would go to, have a different kind of drink, speak to perhaps somebody that you wouldn't normally speak to, buy a completely different kind of magazine or paper that you really wouldn't tend to look at and read. And the title of the course, New Thinking, that's the piece I think we change as well, is that if you choose change, particularly even if it's the smaller changes that you can influence, then you will begin to open your mind, and it will free some of your thinking, absolutely, and then it begins to enable you to consider maybe some of the bigger changes, or certainly when changes occur that you're not really that much in control of, you've got an ability to be able to deal with it that little bit better. So that's my reflection for this morning. Choose change rather than waiting for a change to choose and control you. So look for the ways today, however small they may be, where you can make a change to something in terms of what you do in your routine, how you approach things, and just see what happens, see how it feels, guys. So have the rest of a wowsy, wonderful Wednesday, and I shall speak to you later, guys. Take care, bye.